Hello everybody and welcome to Diary of Our Days at the Breakwater, episode 12, the season finale anime review. So, this was the best way to end it, It was more of the same, but it was good, We had the little, not conflict, the little problem resolved, the one problem we've had in the show. But the show was good, I'm not going to go over all that now. We'll save that for a little bit for the end because I don't have much to say on that, but we will get to it. This episode itself was a fine season finale. With some things are like, yeah, that was alright. That was this week's episode in a nutshell. But I can't actually think of too much else to say for this little opening bit, so I think we'll get right into it. In case you haven't seen one of my season finale videos before, here's the little rundown. So we'll go over the episode itself, and then I'll talk about it for a little bit, what I thought of the overall episode. And then after that, we'll talk about the series as a whole for a little bit. Just what I thought about it, because it's the finale after all. And then I guess I'll go home, I'll make a sandwich. I say home, this is my home. So I guess, let's get into this. We open up with Hina super motivated because she's figured out a way to catch the fishes with her fake bait. What's it called? Artificial bait. So that's good for her, basically. Basically. Nah, that was bad. She's really excited. Overexcited, you might say. More excited than everyone else put together. Although one of those people is Kuroiwa, not known for her excitement. She tells them the difference between the real and the artificial bait, and what she's got to do, basically, she's got to wiggle it. How did you not try that once, Hina? Come on, like before. It's pretty, figure it out. Immediately she tries it, she gives it a go, gets an immediate wiggle, but that's all she gets. She gets a lot of immediate wiggles, but she doesn't get much more than a little wiggle. Can't really figure out what she's doing. Natsumi is off playing with a dog nearby. It's an adorable dog. Dogs are great. I prefer cats, actually. I'm more of a cat person than a dog person. Dogs are still fine. It's got attacked by a dog once. Could have ripped my leg off, believe it or not. Hina moved around a little to try and find some more fish to catch. However, still no dice. She's still fishless. She hasn't caught any fish, is the gist of it. She starts getting very sad, thinking she's a bit crap and can't catch any fish, when suddenly Natsumi with some barley tea comes to encourage her and say, let's keep doing this. She does a lot of encouraging. This eventually leads Hina to think, okay, there must be something I'm doing differently from the video that I watched. And what she figures it out. All the ones in the video, the fish, were very large. They were, I forget the size, but they were big for that kind of fish. A lot bigger than what they're catching in their area. So she figures, alright, I'm going to shrink the bait, see if that works. And wouldn't you know, she embarrasses Natsumi a little bit and everything, which is because she was thanked her so earnestly. Pretty funny. Let's go again. She hooks one almost immediately. She reels it in slowly. She gets it. She does the Legend of Zelda like da 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 with the fish. She's done it. Congratulations, Hina. She's so happy. She's the picture of happiness. She caught that goddamn whiting fish, and she couldn't be bloody happier. Look at her face. I'm not going to show it. Just watch it again and look at how happy she was. The four of them all eat some because Hina caught a lot. It's like fried. It actually looked really tasty, and I don't even like fish, so there's that. What is it Kuroiwa says? Figuring stuff out yourself is super rewarding, and that is true. I'll concur to that. It's easy to look things up, but it's a lot better to figure it out yourself. She wants to keep catching the whiting. Everyone else is like, let's move on to something else, and she's like, no, I like this fish. This is my favorite fish. I want to catch this one. And they're like, okay, we've been doing this the last two. It's like, no, I'm doing this, and none of you are going to stop me. I'll go by myself if I have to. Hina loves the whiting fish, or whiting. Again, didn't listen to how it's pronounced. Probably should have listened to how it was pronounced. But hey, what can you do? Another day, rock, paper, scissors kicks off to see who's going to ventilate the room, basically, because it's very hot. It's Hina. Big surprise, but she does do that. They've made a lot of barley tea because they're going on there, to do their stuff. Ono shows up and spots their matching fish charms that they made. Yeah, they made them. We get the flashback on how they made them. After exams, they decide to make the fish. Hina's mum greeted Natsumi at the door and embarrassed Hina, much like Natsumi's mum did to Natsumi when Hina visited her house. It's just a thing parents do, isn't it? Definitely is. Her room, Hina's room, full of plushies, no television, no video games. I was Natsumi in that situation. Like, what? How do you function? You know? Even with, just no comment on that. You know? Do you read? Do you read books? What's a book? A book? No, that's a Josh. I actually do. Behind this green screen, there's actually books. So I can't say that because I do read. So yeah. Okay. Well, fish making montage. Not an actual fish. They're not gods who can make fish, like a felt plushy one. Hina's is better, obviously. Okay, I say obviously. They look the same to me, except Hina's was shiny, and why was the felt shining? That doesn't make any sense. You could have made Natsumi's look like have an eye falling off, like a lopsided eye or something. Come on, put some effort into your bad fish. Come on, what are you doing? But they decide to swap because they give it to each other as a gift, which is very nice because friendship and all that other good stuff. After that story, of course, Ono wants to make one now, so they get right to work because Hina just has the supplies nearby, I guess. Kuroiwa shows up and sees them while they're working and everything, thinks they're really good. I could make a lot of money off those things. And hey, you got to get a club budget somehow. Maybe sometimes the school budget's just not enough. Get some extra funds, you know. Made an octopus for Kuroiwa, did Hina. It was a nice octopus and everything. Natsumi asks, hey, you know, do you want to go join the what's it club, the handicrafts club? Because you seem to like doing this a lot. And she's like, yeah, I do like doing this, but I'm having way too much fun in the fishing club, the Breakwater club, to switch now. And there's one more tiny issue. So then we see she did go to check out the handicrafts club, and it's full of just big burly boys. Like, you just wrote a doujin right there, Hina. What have you done? You know, I don't want to go there, but you've done it. Look what you've done. Kuroiwa knew the whole time it was full of big burly boys. I guess she just didn't say anything because she thought it would be Of course she thought it would be funny. Of course that's the reason. It's Kuroiwa. That's kind of a thing. It's what she does. They all head home. They put their charms on the bottles because they were complaining earlier, like, man, I forget which drink is mine. And now they've got the charms on them, so they won't forget. Everything's going great. The music's playing. It's about to kick off to the end. And then Sensei shows up, I guess, the next day, and she's upset because they've all got charms for their bottles and she doesn't. So they're like, all right, I'll make one too. Wants Hina to make like a boar or something, or a deer. I forget exactly what the things were. And Hina's like, no, I'm going to make you a fish instead. And that they get to that. And we have a little montage during the credits of... You could sum up everything this show's about with the credits montage. There was fishing, there was cooking, there was other stuff, you know. It was basically just everything. What is the show about in a nutshell? Watch the credits montage and you'll get the gist of it. It was pretty good. And at the end, she asked the question like, "What are we cooking today?" Not "What are we cooking today?" What are we catching today? You know. So, and that was where it ended. Very nice, very nice. I don't have much to add. It was a good, decent finale episode for this kind of show. Everything wrapped up in a nice way. They kind of wrapped up in its, and then life went on. You know, as they tend to do in these kind of shows. Good. I don't have many complaints really. So, I guess let's get to my favorite part of the episode, and then we'll move on from there. So my favorite part of the episode, what was it? I considered the fish making trials. Trials? We'll go with trials. But no, what I decided on was just Hina finally catching one of them fish, one of them whiting. Because the pure elation and joy, I got way too excited when she got that fish. Way too excited. I just like, yes, Hina, get in, you did it. You did it, Hina. It was solid, it was good. And that's how I describe this show in a nutshell. If you don't like this genre, like, don't watch this, obviously, because it's very much, you know, cute girls do cute things, slice of life, whatever you want to call it. It is very much that. You're not getting anything groundbreaking here. But what it is, it's very interesting from a fishing standpoint. Like, they actually do tell you things about fishing, which is always a good thing for these sorts of shows. Like, let's teach you a little bit while you're watching these characters and their shenanigans. They're also, you know, enjoyable characters. You know, I'm not going to say they're the best characters I've ever seen or nothing. But they were very enjoyable. They were very good. I didn't dislike anyone, which is good, because if you dislike anyone in this kind of show, that can be a deal breaker. But I liked everyone enough, except I didn't really like Sensei, but even she grew on me a little bit, and she didn't show up too often, so it's kind of fine. It was, yeah, I enjoyed the episode finale. I guess I'll talk about the show on its own for a little bit. So, I already did start doing that, but I would say this is a good. I'm glad I watched this, because for me it was almost like a palate cleanser between a lot of heavy drama shows, heavy action shows. This is sort of like alright, now you get 20 minutes where you just get to rest and watch some fishing. Maybe my opinion would be different if I had watched it, alongside calmer shows. Maybe I would have been like, this is really boring, this. But no, I think personally, watching it alongside some of those heavier shows definitely improved the experience for me, because it was like, okay, and relax. I don't need to worry about no one dying, or no one getting beaten, or no one this, no one that. It was just, fishing, relax. And keep the ocean safe. That was another thing. That was another good thing I liked. I liked they were like, hey, ocean, stop ruining it. It wasn't in your face with it, but it was just enough of it was like, hey, pay attention. Don't ruin the ocean. And that is always a good thing. Obviously, that is a great thing to promote, not ruining the ocean. The ocean, precious. I'm losing track of what I'm saying. I think I'll wrap this up here. Thank you everybody for watching this review, and indeed if you've been watching them all of the reviews previous. I will see you in whatever you decide to watch next. Stay subscribed. Some point, maybe this weekend, I probably should do it this weekend, there'll be a video saying everything I'm watching for the next season coming. I'll have to decide. I've decided on some things, not everything. Who knows what I'm going to watch? I don't even know yet. So check that out when it's out. For right now though, I'll see you guys wherever you decide to pop your head next. Take care, and bye guys.